Hi, it's Caitlin, and I genuinely love so many of the polishes that I'm about to show you. They are really exciting, and I got really excited about swatching them. There's some super unique stuff in the collections that I'm about to share with you, and I also am kind of rushing to get this video out because the pre-order through Gracie J & Co is ending on May 2nd, and if you were interested in pre-ordering, I just felt like I don't want to gatekeep these polishes. I want you to be able to get them if you like them. But if you're based in the US, you can buy directly from the By Dany Vianna website. I'll include that down in the description. They actually ship from the US and they offer free shipping over a certain threshold. They also offer international shipping, and it's discounted above the $75 threshold. These will be available for quite some time, so you don't have to rush if you're not planning on doing the pre-order through Gracie J & Co. And oh my gosh, I'm so excited because this is a Zodiac collection, and this is starting with Aries and Taurus, and then essentially every single month we're gonna get one for all of the signs, so stay tuned for the upcoming Zodiac signs. This is also a really cool collab between By Dany Vianna, Whatcha, and by Vanessa Molina. So they've come together. They each created 2 polishes per astrological sign. So I don't actually know which one is whose. So if anyone can guess, let me know in the comments. Anyway, that's a lot of talking. Let's get into the nail polish.
We're going to start with the Aries polishes, and this first one is called Rainbow Obsidian. This one is a beautiful magnetic, as you can probably already see. It's described as a turquoise blue purple magnetic pigment with holographic flakes, magenta iridescent flakes, aurora shimmer, and reflective glitter. So this one has a ton going on, but you can see it has a really nice formula. It is on the sheer side, so you will want to build it up. This is like crazy finger positioning that I've used here to swatch this polish, but I'm just trying to figure out what works when it comes to magnetics. On the third coat, you will get opacity, and this honestly has a beautiful magnetic shift. I love the reflective glitter. It is used very sparingly, so it's not going to be overly textured. And you can see here the little flakes peeking through, the magnetic stripe, and the sparkle from the reflective glitter. This is one of my favorite color shifts when it comes to multi-chromes. It looks just beautiful, in my opinion, in every lighting. Next up is Alexandrite, and this one has blue, green, purple multichrome pigment and holographic microparticles. It's kind of like a cousin to the polish we just saw, but not magnetic, but similar color shifts and just gorgeous sparkles from the holo. This one is very striking. I'm really excited for you to see it on my forefingers. And you will see that this has a really good formula. It is opaque in 2 coats, really easy to work with, not staining, and not difficult to remove. This one does benefit from a top coat. Honestly, what polish doesn't, but the holo in here definitely benefits from the top coat when it dries down. Next up, we have Dalmatian Jasper, and this one is a really interesting crelly. It's a crelly beige base with a mix of brown and black irregular glitters. And in terms of the little background, this one is moving along. We have Dalmatian Jasper, and this one is a crelly beige base with a mix of brown and black irregular glitters. So apparently this one, in terms of the astrological sign of Aries, this is the part of the center of the sign where passion and creativity comes from for people who are Aries. And my mom is an Aries, and she is very passionate, so maybe this polish will resonate with her. So this is nicely pigmented. It builds up really well. I think it will be best in 3 coats. That way you'll get the most opacity out of the base and you'll get the most glitter coverage. So these are little irregular glitters, but they're more like flakes, so I didn't find them to be overly textured, and I didn't find them difficult to remove. And of course, top coat will be necessary with this one. It'll smooth everything out in one coat, and you can see here that this is a really pretty and interesting shade. It's a really kind of yellowy beige base, and then those irregular glitters give it a very stone-like quality. Here is Ruby, and this one is a red base with 2 types of holographic pigment and glitter. This is one of the sign's anchor stones, which lays the foundation for leadership, strong personality, and other attributes of the sign. All of which I can attest to, as I have Aries in my life and they are a fiery bunch, and this polish is perfect. That's no shade to Aries. I love Aries. This polish is super pigmented. I do think it has the potential to stain. It did kind of leave my nails a little red after I removed it. I didn't use a base coat, but do note that and be warned, especially if you're prone to staining. This does dry textured, so use a good glossy top coat to smooth it out. And you will note that it is also extremely sparkly. It's like ruby slippers on your nails. It is a really beautiful, juicy red. Here we have Savorite Garnet, Savorite. Should have looked that up before I made this video, but it is a green jelly base with holographic flakes. And this stone is about the love and emotional balance of Aries, which, yeah, that sounds about right. And this is a really beautiful shade of green. This one has a nice jelly formula. It builds up well in 2 or 3 coats. I think it's best in 3. And the holo in here is quite sparkly. There's a good amount of it. This one did not give me any indication that it will stain, and it's not difficult to remove at all. This is one of those polishes that if you leave it in 2, it'll be a lighter green, but if you go with 3, it'll deepen it, as you just saw. But I personally like it best in 3, and obviously with the top coat, it just gives it a super juicy, glossy finish. And last but not least, for Aries, we have Diamond. This one is a holographic pigment with lavender, galaxy glitter, and aurora shimmer. So this polish speaks to the spirituality and awakening of the sign. And this polish is so stunning. I am obsessed with it. This is such a ridiculous holo. It is so linear, so light and airy, but also ridiculously rainbowy. If you are a collector of silver linear holos, do not sleep on this one. It is fantastic. And I absolutely love that the galaxy glitter in here is lavender. It's not obvious, but it just blends so beautifully in with the polish. It's not really textured. It didn't make it difficult to remove the polish. It's just perfect. It adds so much dimension and sparkle. Again, thankfully the sun was out. Hopefully you can see what I mean about that rainbow flame. It's truly ridiculous. It must be like one of the most high quality holo pigments they're using, because the rainbow flare is just chef's kiss. It's incredible. Now we will take a look at the Taurus Zodiac Stones. There's 6 for each sign, and this first one is called Pearl. It's obviously inspired by the pearl, and it has a transparent base with an aurora rainbow shimmer. It has a bluish background and a silver magnetic pull. This has a beautiful formula. It is really opaque. Honestly, you could do this in 1 coat if you wanted to. 2 coats doesn't really change much about it, but I always just feel weird painting a single coat of polish. So definitely use a glossy top coat on this one. It will help to enhance the shine and give it that pearl-like finish. I really like the magnetic effect on this. I kind of made it a bit subtle, but this looks amazing, as you are going to see here in a second. It's a little bit subtle, like it is integrated with the polish really well. So I think it gives it a very high quality, almost gel manicure-like finish. Here we have bronzite, and bronzite is a black jelly base with gold reflective glitters and a golden magnetic effect. Now this is a beautiful magnetic. It's a beautiful polish period. I absolutely love anything that looks like a tiger eye. That's like one of my favorite precious stones. I think it's a precious stone, but this looks exactly like a tiger eye stone. I know it's bronzite. Maybe bronzite is another name for tiger eye. I don't know. Maybe tiger eye is like offensive. I don't even know. But this is a beautiful, beautiful polish. As you can see, it's like mesmerizing. It is best when it's built up in 3 coats, and this one will knock your socks off. Now this one does dry a little bit textured because of the reflective glitter, but top coat will smooth it out. It won't be difficult to remove, and you're just going to get the most stunning finish. Oh, these polishes are honestly making me fall in love with magnetic polishes, even though I just think there's so much work. These ones are making me feel like it's worth the effort. Here we have rainbow fluorite, and rainbow fluorite is a blue purple magnetic base with aurora shimmer and iridescent flakes. This one's inspired by the self-affirmation and communication of the Taurus sign. I have a friend who's a Taurus, and she's all about communication, so that makes a lot of sense. And I also realize that's like confirmation bias. Again, I don't know where I stand on astrology. It's just kind of fun. So this polish is phenomenal. I genuinely think it's magic. The aurora pigment is gorgeous. There's like this green little flake action that's left behind, and the purple pull is so captivating. I just cannot wait to get this on my nails again. I think I would probably layer it over like a black jelly to preserve it, or maybe even a black cream. But I just absolutely love everything about this one. You will definitely want glossy top coat, but I can't wait for you to see this in the sun and see all of its different beautiful shifts. Here we have Carnelian. This one is a rust base with orange magnetic flakes, and it speaks to the creativity and passion of Taurus. Now this one, I'm going to be honest, I feel like the magnetic effect is a little bit weak because it's the flakes that are magnetic. So you could just skip magnetizing it or do magnetize it, totally up to you. I mean, it still looks great, but it isn't like a super slap you in the face magnetic effect. This one might be a better candidate for a, my gosh, the words are escaping me, like a velvet effect, but I don't know, I didn't really try it that way, so you can report back. Here we have pink Mangano Calcite, and this one is a pink shimmer base with white matte glitter in 3 sizes. This one is so fun and pretty. On me, it's like a beautiful neutral, and I absolutely love the addition of the white glitter. It looks a little bit like snow, and it's just super pretty. It also is a beautifully smooth formula, quite opaque, but I think most people would probably want this in 3 coats. You could leave it in 2, but it has a beautiful silky finish. And there are glitters in here, so you will want top coat to smooth it out, and it will be a tiny bit difficult to remove, but not overly so. Don't let that turn you off this polish. It is honestly so pretty. And last but not least, we have Emerald, and Emerald is a green jelly base with a mix of iridescent flakes and a green holographic glitter. This is like a green lover's dream. I don't really consider myself a green lover, but I am so obsessed with this polish. I super duper love it. I love the flakes. I love everything in here. I think in future I might layer this over something like, I think it's called Cirque Kelly Green Jelly. I just think it would be so pretty over a slightly deeper base, because the jelly base doesn't really build up to opacity, and I just think the flakes would really pop against something darker underneath. But that being said, I've mentioned it before that my parents both have emeralds in their wedding bands, so I've always grown up around an emerald, and this is a beautiful polish recreation of an emerald with the different little inclusions that emeralds have. So this is a really beautiful polish. It won't be difficult to remove, but do use a good glossy top coat to smooth out the flakes.
So my favorites are rainbow fluorite. I don't know what magic is going on in that polish. It's just simply gorgeous. I feel like it's unicorn pea, but I don't think it is. So whatever it is looks very much like unicorn pea, and it's so shifty and pretty, and I couldn't stop looking at my nails when I was wearing it. Also, obviously, diamond. Hello, like, is that the most linear silver holographic you've ever seen? I was so happy the sun was out when I was swatching it because it literally blew my mind. The holo is out of this world. If I ever do update my silver linear holos video, I definitely need to compare this because I think it's probably gonna win. And lastly, Alexandrite is so beautiful. I just love a multi-chrome with holo glitter, and this one has a beautiful formula, has a ton of shifts, and it's so pretty. So that's it for Aries and Taurus. If those are your signs, let me know if you think that the polishes represented them appropriately. And yeah, I'm excited to show you the upcoming Zodiac Stones sets for each month. And I guess that's it for me. Let me know what you think of the polishes in the comments, and hopefully you have a great day wherever you are. Bye.